The Everything Sweater fits just about every woman from 5 feet to 5'10". It relies on the drape of the knitting to flatter the figure. Make it with capped, 3/4, 7/8, and full-length sleeves, or no sleeves at all. The waterfall collar can be twisted, tied, draped, pinned, bunched, and corralled to create an infinite number of stylish looks. Make it lightweight, midweight, or heavyweight to match any season. Glam it up with metallic yarn for cocktails, rely on woolly earth tones for that woodsy outdoor look, or use cool cottons for spring and summer. Whatever your choice, it's a wonderful and fun sweater to make. In this overview, I will cover how to take the 1 key body measurement, how to determine the magic number from the gauge swatch so that you can make any size you want, use any yarn you want, and knit with any machine you want. Toward the end, I've prepared a special bonus section to show you the many ways to wear the Everything Sweater. Follow the link in the description below to download the pattern from twistedyarns.com. The key measurement is shoulder to shoulder across the back. Then add an inch. So if your measurement is 14 inches and you add an inch, it equals 15 inches. This is the shoulder width. This is the only measurement you have to take to make this sweater. A properly made and measured swatch is the key to success when knitting the Everything Sweater. So choose your yarn, select your machine, and prepare a tension swatch to determine the sweet spot tension. Then you knit the gauge swatch using the sweet spot tension. If you need more details on properly preparing and measuring your swatches, watch my video, How to Machine Knit Tension and Gauge Swatches, for more detail. For the Everything Sweater, the measurement of the stitch width is the key. Now let's do our calculation. We want to know how many stitches are needed to get our shoulder width of 15 inches. Divide the number of stitches between the markers in the swatch by its measurement in inches. This gives you how many stitches per inch. Then multiply the number of stitches per inch by the desired shoulder width in inches. In our case, we have 20 stitches divided by 5.375, which equals 3.72 stitches per inch. Now multiply the 3.72 stitches per inch times the 15 inches, which gives us 55.8 stitches. Round up or down to the nearest even number. In this case, our magic number is 56. The main sweater is done in one piece, with one piece for the back and one piece for this part. And the sleeves, of course, that's an added thing. Stick around and see some of the ways to wear the Everything Sweater. Let's start with the waterfall. This is one of my favorites. Because you have the little eyelets, you can stick your one end through the other and tie a little knot. Give it a twist and bring it over the head, and it creates a cowl-like look. You can double twist it, and it creates a knot-like look in the cowl, just for a different look. You can also use a little sarong pin. I call it a pin, but it really isn't a pin. It's just a little gadget. It has 2 holes on it. It's made out of coconut. And what you can do is you can thread the lapel through one of them, and then the other lapel through the second one, and you can just bring it up in the front for a nice little look, right up in the front. It gathers it. You can also take it, slide this one up much further, and bring this over so that you get a different look on the shoulder. Off to the side. That would be good if you didn't have big boobs. You can also pull it up on one side, thread this one through here and form a loop and bring this down like so. Just through it and tighten it up. Gives you a different look. This sweater is very similar to the green sweater. This one was made out of microfiber sport weight yarn also, and I only left an eyelet or two close to the bottom edge on each of the lapels. The rest of the lapel, I closed all the eyelets. Also, this lapel is the same length as the other one, but I lengthened and closed the bottom edge corners. So this gives you a slightly different look. Just tie the sweater together. And you can also do the twist around the back. You can tie the little ends together. This one's just done by looping it through twice, twisting it, and you can make that same cowl look. But you have a closed, no eyelets for that. Kind of came up with a really sweet little look for this yellow one too. Just in front. Now this has a long sleeve, so you have a little more play to go and use the back of the sweater. You can also roll this so that you expose the pearl side of the lapel. And that makes a really clean, fun little look too. It's a little more dressy. This is a cotton polyester or cotton acrylic blend. It's called Cotton Ease by Lion Brand. And I'll tell you what, this is one of the funnest yarn to work with. It works perfectly on the bulky, runs so smoothly through the machine, I couldn't even believe it. And it is absolutely, the gauge that I took off the machine was exactly the same gauge after I washed it. Exactly. So, after it rested. And so here, I'm just arranging it so that the two accent eyelet rows look kind of nice. Bring that up. Now, this is a heavier weight fabric, so you're not going to put a sarong pin on it or a ring, but you can drape it really nicely. And what I like about it is that you can show off some of your beautiful pins, shawl pins. Isn't that gorgeous? It just makes such a pretty little look. And of course you can have the pearl side out or the knit side out on the collar. Either way you like it. Just arrange it and pin it. You're ready to go. As I said, the everything sweater can be made out of anything. Now this happens to be 2 strands of 224, a strand of glittery yarn, and some other stuff that I just happen to have around. It's mystery yarn. This one's made out of mystery yarn. And so this one is a much heavier weight. This was done on my bulky, and it is really has heavy drape. So it actually lengthened when I hung it and wore it many times. But it's a lovely rendition, and I'll tell you what, when I used to live in Chicago, it was perfect for those cold winter days. In the next video in this series, we will knit the main parts of the sweater. I hope you enjoyed watching part 1 of how to machine knit the everything sweater. Please take a moment to subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications of upcoming videos. Happy machine knitting!